folding. I'm Lowkey Loki. I'm Lowkey Low. Yeah, I'm Lowkey Loki. Lowkey Low. I'm Lowkey Loki. Cause y'all can hold me. I'm never folding. Hello, citizens. It's me again. Hold on to your breath like you lost your wind. Yeah, I came to win, and we could be friends. Or are you seeing double like you having twins? Smile on my face, is it devious? Never hurt nobody, I'm a genius. Play the ball, in zero, in my mind, the hero. Got a hope, zero, and my brother a weirdo. Call myself a god, but stars and spangles probably had it right. What I'm saying in the dark shall be heard in the light. I feel abandoned, don't know my famine. I've seen some famines, but time can have me. I keep the TVA at bay, I grab a blue cue. I fell for 20 minutes, dude, a stranger real rude. The sun will shine upon us once again, that's big mood. And maybe one of these days I'll finally tell the truth. Lowkey Low, Lowkey Loki, Lowkey Low, Lowkey Loki. I'm Lowkey Low, I'm Lowkey Loki. Cause y'all can't hold me, I'm never folding. I'm Lowkey Low, Lowkey Loki. I'm Lowkey Low, yeah, I'm Lowkey Loki. Lowkey Low, I'm Lowkey Loki. Cause y'all can't hold me, I'm never folding.
I am not doing get help, I hate that one. Then I use you for my purpose and throw away when I'm done. I dabble with mischief and manipulate for convenience, while still holding a smile, surpassing the easements. If I don't get caught, then what's the harm? I just want what's mine and it's part of my charm. From the Tesseract to the Dark World, Ragnarok to Thanos, trying to find my way, my mistakes and annals. My brother watched me die each time I fake my death. I'm a self-proclaimed savior. Do you miss me yet? As a master of illusion, rocks fly through my image. As I make peace with my daddy issues and so often leave me skittish. I have to get off the planet before the Hulk knows I'm here. It was all just a misunderstanding. Can I make that clear? Count from zero, I'll move from the end
Yeah.
to zero.
Yeah. Yeah. Lowkey Low. Lowkey Low. What's up, y'all? It's Select Screen here, back with another reaction video. I know I'm wearing a black shirt. Shout out to my Hinte crew. So it's like I'm blending in with the background. Trust me, I'm working on the lights again. We're working on that. Man, we've got an amazing review for you guys. Spoilers. This will be a spoiler review of Black Widow and what I thought. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're going to talk about this one, man. This is going to be really good. So, if you guys, man, if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie first. Come back. Bookmark this. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Come back. Let me play a little thing for you. Like, share, subscribe. Come back and watch the video, okay? We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Cash App. Great question, RL. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Link tr.ee/select screen, and that's 5ELECT 5CREEN. You can see it right there down below. Spoilers. All right, I can't say that enough. Do not get mad at me in the comments. Sorry, I had a dog hair on my face. Don't get mad at me. Well, give me my camera already. Do not get mad at me. We're going to spoil this movie. Okay? All right. I'm ready. RL is ready. Let's go. All right, RL, how we doing on sound? Everything sound okay? Ethan, what up, man? What's going on? Yes, my understanding is this movie, let's start with it. Black Widow is on Disney Plus Premium Access. And I just thought about that. It's on Premium Access. Me and my wife could watch it together tonight. I didn't think about that. Premium Access on Disney Plus and in theaters. And so, yes, I went to a theater. Sounds good, visual good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I went to a theater. I got vaccinated, man, and I went. And let me tell you, first of all, it was amazing to sit in a theater again with a bunch of people.
That being said, I went to the largest theater, one of the largest theaters in Colorado Springs, and the movie was jam-packed. I couldn't get any of my buddies. A lot of my friends are going to see it tomorrow. I'm going again with them for a birthday party. And so I went by myself, and I sat with a bunch of strangers, and we watched a Marvel movie. And I can't tell you how that feeling felt. I missed it so bad. Being able to sit in a theater and watch those Marvel credits go by, it just brought back that same kid reaction. RL said, I'm out. Haven't seen it yet. Okay, that's it, bro. That's it. I'm still going to give one more spoiler warning before we get spoiled. So that we'll say that. Okay. If you have not seen the movie from this point forward, we're going to talk about the movie. I'm going to spoil the movie. Are we good? I'm giving a 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. What's the rating for this movie? Let's start there. This movie is a B. It is a B. It is an 8 out of 10. My overall impressions of the movie, still giving you guys time to leave. My overall impressions of the movie are this. This is a good movie. It's not a great movie. And the reason that it's not a great movie is where it's placed in the timeline. This is an instance where the MCU failed Black Widow. If Black Widow would have happened in phase 1, or better yet, if it would have been the follow-up to Civil War, been the next movie, this movie would have been an excellent movie. But it didn't. It feels like a phase 1.5 film. It's a phase 2 film, maybe. And it falls into a lot of problems that those films have. And even the best ones, when we look at like Winter Soldier, right? This movie is probably the closest to Winter Soldier and to Civil War. And those are two of my favorite Marvel movies. This movie could have been right there. But because we know what happens in Endgame, it sours this movie. It sours it because you go through the whole movie and it's ruined. It really is ruined. Excuse my red teeth too. I still got my drink from the movie. It's ruined. We know what happens to Natasha. Put on top of that, if you have not seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the end credit scene is not going to make any sense to you. So a lot of people had second thoughts, not second thoughts, but they said at some point in time, these Marvel movies are going to get to a place where it splinters the audience. And I think this movie does that. If you don't have Disney Plus, you're now behind. You're officially behind. And you're going to be like, why does any of this matter to me? And that's a good thing for Disney Plus because we want Disney Plus to count. But at the same time, it splinters the audience. And so going back to this movie directly, some of the things, the pitfalls, let's talk about the negatives first. Some of the negatives of this movie is the villains again. The villains. I thought we were over this hump when we got Killmonger, when we got, Thanos. I thought we were over this. The villain really doesn't matter in the movie kind of problem with Marvel. and it rears its ugly head here again. We're in last chance spoilers. Taskmaster is quite possibly the biggest letdown in Marvel history. I was so excited for some kind of twist with Taskmaster, and it's a twist, but it's something that you see coming a mile away. It's kind of like they reveal who Taskmaster is, and you go, okay. And from that point on, even Natasha is kind of like, she's kind of over it. She's just kind of like, okay. Where Taskmaster should have been menacing the whole time. There's a lot of double crossing and whatnot. And again, even this picture is a spoiler. This picture right here is a spoiler. And it's like they try to hide it in this picture a little bit, but it did not shock me at all. That was really, that's all of my negatives on this movie. Let's talk about the positive. The movie's good. It's a good movie. Again, acted extremely well. There were no lines where I was like, oh my gosh, we talked about Blade down below, where there's a couple of there's no moments like that. There's a lot of action. Sometimes these Marvel movies, you can get, a lot of stuff going on, but no action. I felt like, a lot less action. I felt like Iron Man 1 and 2 were like that. Like, there's a lot going on in Iron Man 1 and 2 and 3. But there's not really a lot of action. There's action. Something else happens. Action. This movie is pretty much steady. Like, she talks, something happens, boom, we're fighting, So, and it's done well. The ladies in this movie held it down. And we're going to go through and rank women superhero movies here with you guys in a little bit. And I'll tell you where I place this movie. Something else that I really enjoyed. I think a lot of people are going to like Red Guardian. But I think Yelena steals the show. I think she steals the show. She steals the movie. Every scene she's in, she's funny. She's basically like what you're thinking in the movie, and that's what makes her character so awesome. Spoilers again for Endgame. I want to pull this up so I can make sure I say everyone's names. Yelena. What's the mom's name? Yelena Belova, Natasha Romanoff. Gosh, where is she? She's like a huge actress. She's like super important. The mother in the movie. I can't think of her name in the movie. What is her name? Gosh, I can't think of her name in the movie. But that's kind of the problem. I didn't feel like she played a big role in the movie. She played the mother, but she wasn't as crucial as she should have been. Whereas Yelena, I mean, she's just awesome. Now, again, going to spoilers to Endgame. That's where I was going with this. We know that Black Widow dies in Endgame. She sacrifices herself. The rumor is that Yelena will be taking over the Black Widow role. And if that is true, it's in great hands. I feel like Yelena is actually a better Black Widow than Natasha, which is crazy. Natasha plays the role in this kind of like, everything's kind of ironic, and you can see the difference between them because Natasha's dealing with everything, with her pain, with grief, right? She grieves a lot. She internalizes a lot of things. There's a lot of blood on her ledger, those kind of things. Yelena uses comedy in those situations, and it feels so Marvel. It feels so Marvel. She's awesome. I mean, she really is an awesome character, and Black Widow's in great hands if they continue on with her. Some other things that I liked is you didn't see everything in the trailers, which was cool. It was nice that, because I was thinking when we watched those trailers, I was like, man, we're seeing a lot, but there are still a lot of scenes that you just didn't see. I got to go back to one more negative. And again, big spoiler here. My wife asked me this before we started the stream. Do we get an answer to what happened in with Hawkeye? What happened in I want to say Beirut, and it's not Budapest. Do we get an answer to what happened in Budapest? We go to Budapest. There's scenes that happen in Budapest. There's flashbacks that happen in Budapest. But we're told again what happened with Hawkeye and Black Widow in Budapest. We do not see what happened in Budapest. And as a matter of fact, again, spoilers, Hawkeye's not in the movie. Can I have my camera, please? Give me my camera. Where is Hawkeye? Why is Hawkeye not in this movie? It makes no sense, because this movie is taking place during the in-between time of Civil War and Infinity War. I understand he was in limbo and blah, blah, blah. But in the flashback scenes, we should have had Hawkeye, and we don't. And that's frustrating. I had to knock it down a peg for that, because it's like, why was this movie made? And fortunately, it's the right movie to come out right now after the pandemic, because it's going to bring everyone back to theaters, and it's kind of a palate cleanser. That's great. But in the grand scheme of things, this movie was supposed to come out a year ago. And if this would have came out a year ago without Hawkeye, without some of the knowledge that we have from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we would have been going crazy. And I think a lot of people honestly would not like this movie, because unlike Loki, it doesn't give you any answers. And this movie does not move. To me, the best Marvel movies always move the narrative of the Marvel universe forward. I'm not saying that it has to be filled with other characters, or that it has to be filled with world building. But what I'm saying is, what happens in the story has implications on everything else. This movie does not. If you don't see this movie, it's not going to hurt you as bad as not seeing Winter Soldier. Okay? But that being said, if you go to this movie and you don't see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it hurts. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue. And I know Kevin Feige's talking about doing more prequels. I would highly, Marvel, if you're listening to me, if for some reason you came into my small little stream and you're one of our selectors now, do not make any more prequels. We're giving this one a pass because Natasha should have had her own movie a long time ago. And I think that's the novelty of it. Black Widow deserved a movie a long time ago. And you did it justice. I got to say that. The movie is a good movie. But if the stars did not align, this could have been the movie that messed it up. Luckily, the stars aligned the right way, that I think this movie is going to be viewed okay, and it's going to get a pass. Especially because, again, I feel like the actors did such a good job. All of the actors really did. They did really well with what they were given, with the exception of Taskmaster. Lastly, as we're going to end here, let's rank the lady superhero-led films. Again, I really do think Scarlett Johansson deserved this movie. I feel like she did a great job in the movie. Like I said, it's a little sad that this is her movie and Yelena steals it, but you can't help it. She's just an awesome character. So let's rank them. And the way I'm going to rank these is Black Widow better or worse than? Okay. So let's start off. I'm notorious for saying, and you can check my record on this, Wonder Woman 1985 is one of the worst. It is the worst superhero movie I've ever seen. I don't know. That Fantastic Four was pretty bad too. let's go Fantastic Four, then Wonder Woman 1985. But as far as female led, Wonder Woman 1985 was absolutely, it was an F. That was a bad movie. Is Black Widow better than that movie? 100%. Or let's say 80%, because again, I'm giving it a B. Let's go to Marvel. Speaking of Marvel, Captain Marvel. Is Black Widow better than Captain Marvel? Yes. Black Widow is better than Captain Marvel. Why is it better than Captain Marvel? The storytelling, I think, is better in this movie. I feel like, again, Scarlett Johansson, even with the character, knowing that the character is dead, she is invested in this character, and she really is the character. And that's where I saw, you see hesitation in Captain Marvel at some time. And even though I feel like Nick Fury steals that movie and Yelena kind of steals this movie, Black Widow still, or Scarlet or Natasha, it's still her movie. It's still her movie. It's still about her, and she still leads and drives it. Then we come to the original Wonder Woman movie. And if you guys, again, go check my review on it, it's on the channel. Wonder Woman for me was amazing. The original Wonder Woman, I really, really enjoyed that movie a lot. I think Gal, it's funny how her sequel movie is the worst, but really I feel like the first movie was her best. I still think that's probably the best DC movie out. I think this movie is right on par. I would say these two are tied. This movie is, again, lots of great action, acted well, funny, feels like Marvel. It's just hampered by the timing of release, and it's also helped by the time of release. And again, what I mean by that is, if this came out in phase 2, this movie gets an A+. Luckily, it came out when we were starving for Marvel content in movie theaters. Would I recommend it? Yes. Go see this movie. Check it out. It's a B. Make sure you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier all the way through first. Just so the end credit scene makes sense. But it's a good movie. It's a good movie. And like I said, I put it right there with Wonder Woman. Where do I rank it in the Marvel movies? I don't know. It's better than Iron Man 3. It's not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy. So take with that what you will. You know, it's better than Captain Marvel. It's not better than Civil War or Winter Soldier. It's right there. Last thing I'll say is, from my eye, I didn't see a lot of Easter eggs. There might be Easter egg videos out from other channels that blow me up on that. I didn't catch a lot. When they talk about characters like Captain America, it's right there. It's Captain America, you know. There's not a lot of like, oh, we're going to hide, I don't know, Black Widow's belt in the background or Captain America's shield somewhere. Like, at this point in time, they're all kind of scattered. Anyway, so it wouldn't make sense at that point. Now, I'm going back, I'm thinking, I said Hawkeye was not in this movie. Was Hawkeye was retired at this point. And see, so they could have easily said he was retired and he was actually helping Natasha at the time. So where is Hawkeye? Where is Hawkeye? Hopefully when the Hawkeye show comes out, maybe that's where we get that answer of what happened in Budapest, because it's not here. So that's my thoughts, guys. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But the movie's fun. It's fun. I'm definitely going to go see it again. If I catch anything else, I'll definitely let you guys know. Know this, we've got a lot more coming up on the channel, man. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're live again if you're on YouTube. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Cash App. We've got the latest episode of Loki. We've got a review. The What If trailer came out today. We did not review that or watch that yet. Lots of stuff coming up, man. And we still have not finished Ratchet & Clank, the original Ratchet & Clank. So we'll eventually get back to video games for those of you that are like, where are the games? We will be back for that very, very soon, all right? Appreciate you guys so much for checking out the channel. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Do me a favor. Be kind to one another. Remember to choose your destiny. My name is Select Screen, and I'm out.